Innovation and Design Thinking. IDT VTU Module 1. Theory and Practice in Design Thinking. Part 4. Need of Experiments. Need of experiments. All the hypotheses presented in the previous video are to be tested by investigating. There are two alternatives are available for investigations, either experimental or non-experimental. Both the methods are having their advantages and limitations. The experimental methods generally planned to suppress all the factors which may be potentially relevant to outcome except for factors whose influence is to be studied. These factors are stated in the hypotheses. The advantage of this approach is the causal relationship between the factors considered in the study will be clearer. The disadvantage of this approach is one doesn't find out anything about the other factors which are not stated in the hypotheses as they are suppressed in the experimental setting. On other hand, non-experimental studies may explore all the dimensions of real-life situations and their influences on the outcome. Some of the factor even experiment may not think of that influence the outcome. But non-experimental methods consume more time and effort as to explore all the situations, and some of them may not have any significant relation with the outcome. To test only the stated hypothesis, experimental method is more appropriate. The challenges faced by authors in the selection of the sample. In this study, real challenge is concerning that all the subjects in the study are about equally unfamiliar or familiar with the problem. If it is not so, some teams may dispose over greater knowledge in the subject right from the beginning, as the team members are experts. At the same time, other team members may laymen. Whether or not teams may benefit from the knowledge of the experts, or even one may consider experts may act as censors and a threat for innovation. The teams with experts versus without experts could not be working in comparable conditions. For example, at the end, the solutions presented by the teams differ in their quality. These differences may not be attributing the factors monodisciplinarity versus multidisciplinarity, or no D-school training versus D-school, or expert knowledge versus without such knowledge. Another challenge could be the problem space is to be open enough so that the team could come with different possible social or technical solution, or political or an artistic or any another type of solution. To satisfy this need, there should be the people of having the knowledge in diverse fields. If the teams having the members with one distinct academic training to solve the problem, this could probably prevent the success of design thinking from the beginning itself. To satisfy the above challenges, the participants were chosen according. Out of the 40 participants, 39 students indicated that they are not having any experience in the subject matter, trauma, or the practitioners. Only one participant had encountered this subject matter during his university studies. The challenges in the selection of the measurement. Next challenge is how to assess or measure the attributes. Every team presents its suggestions. How to support traumatized people. What is the reliable measure for estimating the unusualness of particular solution? In this study, the factors considered are abstract nature, hence the procedure for measurement is quite different. Operationalization is the crucial step. In this study, there are 5 factors to understand the theory of design thinking. They are the school training, academic diversity, the unusualness of design solutions, the usefulness of design solutions, and communication problems. Factors 1 and 2 can be measured directly, but the factors 3 to 5 are abstractive nature. Considering the factor 3. What is unusual? While the unusualness of a design solution is abstractive nature and can be measured by counting the replies for a pertinent question, It is reasonable to consider the following to understand this. In this context of the experiment, when a group presents an unusual solution and if the other teams, who have also worked for the same task, failed to consider a particular possibility while discussing the options. During the experiment, all the team has to present their solution and all the participants needs to fill a questionnaire containing the following question which is regarding each single presentation of the other groups. See the figure for question or item number 1. Item 1 has the presented solution being discussed in your group as well. Options are: yes, exactly in this form, 1. Yes, in about that way, 2. More or less, 3. No, but that may have been a coincidence, 4. No, we would never have hit on it, 5. Statistical values obtained range from 1 to 5, greater number indicates greater unusualness. Another question framed to measure unusualness of the solution and asking this question to the experts in this field, trauma therapists, and the question is, see the figure question number 2. Item 2. Have you ever considered this option for helping before? Yes, exactly in this form, 1. Yes, in about that way, 2. More or less, 3. No, but that may have been a coincidence, 4. No, I would never have hit on it, 5. Statistical values obtained range from 1 to 5, greater number indicated greater unusualness. Considering the factor 4, what is useful? Usefulness of the product is decided by the users. In this study, users are therapists or traumatized people. To assess the usefulness, the question asked is, see the item 3, item 3. What do you think? How helpful is this approach for the target group? Very helpful, 5. Quite helpful, 4. Somewhat helpful, 3. Barely helpful, 2. Not helpful. Statistical values obtained range from 1 to 5, greater number indicates greater unusualness. A second estimate for a factor is advantageous in most of the times. It reinforces the factor of consideration. Another question for the same factor usefulness is, see the item 4. Item 4. Which approaches should be realized by all means? Please mark up to 5 approaches. Marked 1. Not marked 0. Values ranges 0 to 1. 1 indicates the usefulness. Considering the factor 5, how to assess the communication problems? Here the communication problems are within the team, among the team members. 3 questions are asked to the participants to assess the communication problems. See the items 5, 6 and 7. Item 5. Was it easy or difficult for your group to reach an agreement? Very easy, 1. Easy, 2. Neither nor, 3. Difficult, 4. Very difficult, 5. Item 6. Have there been group decisions that you felt uncomfortable with? Not at all, 1. Very few, 2. Some, 3. Several, 4. Plenty, 5. Item 7. Have there been communication problems in your team? Not ever, 1. Rarely, 2. Sometimes, 3. Often, 4. Very often, 5. Statistical values obtained for all the 3 questions ranges from 1 to 5, greater number indicates more communication problems. See the table, which summarize the variables of interest in the experiment. In this study, variations or independent variables are team setup, the school training and academic diversity. Outcomes or dependent variables are unusualness of solution, usefulness of solution and communication problems. Total 7 items were answered by the teams and the experts. Under innovation, First component of innovation is unusualness of solution comprises two items or questions. Item 1 for teens and item 2 for the experts. Second component of innovation is usefulness of solution comprises two items or questions. Both the items 3 and 4 for the experts. For communications problems items 5, 6 and 7 for the teams to choose the options. Conduction of experiments, results obtained in this study and the insights of the authors is presented in the next video. Thanks for watching. Comment for any suggestions. Like, share and subscribe for more videos.